I know this fantasy romance is all over book social media, so let's talk about it. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I gave this one 5 stars and 3 on the spice meter. What you've come to expect in this book is faith, forced proximity, and magic, wars and battles, banter, and slow burn romance. So here's some of my thoughts on this book. Yes, I know that I'm late to the party on this one, and everybody's already read it and read it when she was indie before it hit all the shelves. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm behind on a lot of the popular books. It is what it is. And I am going to be fixing that. So I know I'm not the only one who gets super nervous when you're getting ready to read a book that's super popular, because I know that I'm not the only one who tends to get let down sometimes. But this one actually lived up to the hype for me. I devoured this book, and I actually co-read this book and listened to the audio at the same time. And I have to say, it was perfection. So if you can do that, I highly recommend it, because the audio version is so good as well. So this romantasy for me actually had everything. This one had me laughing. This one had me emotional. This one had me like on edge of my seat and excited. And of course, I had a little bit of the spice in there. Not a ton, but a little bit. The fantasy and the magic system is complex, yes. But the way that it's introduced throughout the story, I think that everybody should be able to follow along. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think my favorite part about this book is the fact that the romance is so very heavy in this book, but so is the plot. I feel like they were balanced out in the book, and one did not outweigh the other. And of course, there was spice, and we know I love the spice. And when you add in the audio with the male narrators, yes, just perfection. I loved that. As I said, this one is a fantasy romance. So I'm going to give you a quick overview so you can decide whether you want to read this one or not. Saeris is caught stealing from the Undying Queen. This act lands her in a situation where she is on the brink of death, and she is rescued by a male. It turns out this male is a fae male named King Fisher. She has temporarily unlocked a way into their world with a rare ability, and now it is up to her to help his people with this ability. All Siri wants is to go home, so she makes a deal to get what she wants. Only deals with the fae are dangerous, and wording has to be precise. I loved this book, and I am a sucker for a good fae romance anyways, and we know I love fantasy romances other than dark romance. Those are my favorite 2 genres. So I was kind of partial to this anyways, but to find one that has me completely hooked and sucked in, I was just like, yes. And it had me on the edge of my seat. So I love this one, and I think you just might too. So check it out.